Good afternoon everyone, I'm Ben.
I'm Mike, and we are the founders of Men and Their Emotional Support, otherwise known as M.A.T.E.S. You may have seen us on Facebook. If not, you see this post, give it a like, give it a share. It may help someone in the family or one of your friends. But we are in Vito's Cafe on Digmore Parade today, and the reason for that is we are moving location of our meetings. We're moving because simply we were in M.A.T.E.S Community Centre, and at the time we were paying for the facilities there, and fortunately enough we've been offered to use the cafe free of charge. It's not going to cost us nothing at all, which definitely helps us. Also, the lovely owners are going to put a little spread on for the guys who come to the meetings. So yeah, that's the reason why we're here. It's a lovely, relaxing and welcoming environment, as you can probably see on the video.
They also do banging breakfasts,
yeah.
So if you live locally, come in and get a breakfast, a coffee.
Decent rash of bacon.
Just the environment, spot on, get in here, get your breakfast.
Yeah, so the benefits to that is simply money. You know, we don't have to pay for the place, so it's helping us be able to put that money into other things, and that's going to benefit you guys. So yeah, Ben's going to do a little talk about how we were formed and yeah, why we started this.
So we were formed just off the back of pretty much me, just looking at Mike's progress on Facebook and all the positivity he's sort of shown from his journey. Just contacted him just to meet up and have a chat. From that we just decided to form our group and say, right, we're going to have some action here rather than, you know, just talking about it and let it just being a conversation. The following week we were holding our first meeting, and that's how quick it developed. We didn't want to just sit back and hope it would happen. We wanted to make it happen, and that's what we've done, and that's how we've formed the group. We are looking to develop it further. We are waiting on our CIC number to come through to become, you know, a legitimate community interest company. Me and Mike will be the directors. But we are, you know, looking to work with other organisations, other people. You know, any help is welcome from anyone in the community, and that goes for the group as well. Anyone wants to join on Facebook and, you know, spread positivity through that, or they want to contact us directly, share their stories through the group on Facebook, they can. If they want to come down to our weekly meetings on Friday nights here in Vito's, 7 o'clock, they can come down to the meeting. At the minute, we are specifically looking at just men. Obviously, we're men. I hope we're men.
I like to think I'm a man, but
so
others may question.
We are focusing just on men. We are, you know, hopefully in the future going to look at setting up a woman's sort of section and a young person's sort of sector of the organisation, because again,
it's the
mental
intervention,
health,
isn't it? Early intervention is key for us.
And mental health and well-being, just after the pandemic, but even previous to the pandemic, is just, it's got out of hand, and we want to help people deal with their emotions, the well-being, promote a healthier lifestyle through the well-being, whether that's through, you know, ideas that we've got through diet or exercise or just getting outdoors, or we then can signpost onto other organisations such as counselling, and a few of the other CICs we work with.
That's a good point, and going forward with that is what we provide. So we have linked up with, as many of you will have seen, we've linked up with Westlands Counselling Service. So we are able to refer people over to them to get some intense counselling courses and get to the root cause of the problems, which I think is very important. We've also linked up with Hope House. Pastor Tony, great guy, doing great things, and I'm not sure whether any of you guys have seen on a post that they have. So if you're from the Digmore area, There's a page called We Love Digmore. Give that a like and a share. They are running an event from the 27th of this month to the 29th. Full weekend, live music, food, games, all sorts. You know, get the kids down there. It's going to be fantastic. And also they've got a jazz singer on, Vernon Fuller. He's a jazz musician. And also the rapper New Breed is going to be there, who is also a creative writer who's going to be providing support to the kids who, you know, want to write some music and you know, maybe not even just to write some music, to write some stuff down, get things off the chest and talk about the problems. So that's going to be a great thing. I mean, a lot of guys, what we've seen on Facebook, are asking and saying that there's nothing in the area for the kids. There's nothing for them to do. Where's the youth centres, where's the youth zone, stuff like that. Well, Tony's put this event on to show you guys that he cares, we care, and yeah, it's there. So just utilise it, and the more people are using those kind of things, the more things are going to be getting done. You know, it's going to interest other people in setting things up and fun days and events and that. So yeah, get involved. Great, it's going to be a great weekend. Another service that we have also partnered with is West Lancs Arc, which is based in the Economical Centre in the Concourse. Doing great things, supporting guys, veterans with alcohol issues, drug support, and through their service we're also able to do referrals for you guys to maybe do some forklift truck licence, security badge, SIA badge, and also CIC card, which we would need to do some groundwork and stuff like that on a building site. So yeah, there's a lot of things happening, and you know, we're moving in the right direction. We're knocking on doors, we're speaking to people, we're linking up in the right way, and I think that's showing as well. And I hope you guys can see that, you know, we're not just sitting back on we're not just sitting on our hands. We're out there actively trying to get these other CICs and get everyone working together, so everyone's benefiting from the services that they provide. But yeah, there's who else? Also, big shout out to Bev Roberts at All About the Town. Go on their page, give them a like and share, if you don't mind. All About the Town is a magazine that promotes businesses in the local area, and Bev has very kindly allowed us to do a write-up in the next edition of the magazine. So yeah, great positive start to a good relationship. What else have we got? So there's
lots of people have approached us to offer help. It's been quite time consuming trying to set up meetings. Obviously after COVID, not many people have had face-to-face meetings during COVID, so everyone's trying to meet up with people. So people getting in contact with us, offering help. You know, we're, you know, so grateful just for them to say, look, I've got this service, or I can help you with this, and that's what we need. We just need everyone to come together to help us achieve our goal, which ultimately is just to help, you know, as many individuals as we can get through hard times. You know, Bev, All About the Town, again, it's a business that is about helping the town. You know, she doesn't just do businesses, she promotes you know, good things that are happening in the town, which is, again, I think the last, you know, over lockdown in the last couple of months, you will notice people volunteering their own time to do good things, whether that's litter picking, you know, cleaning up the Tord, you know, Love Where You Live, as in like Digmore, there's a group in Ashurst, people are doing community walks. You know, there's a lot of good stuff going on in the town, and I think there's also, you know, the stigma of the town that is affected with the negativity. So, you know, we just want everyone to sort of try and be as positive as possible, try and help us with our cause, but help everyone else as well, so we can all get involved together and ultimately just make Skelmersdale a better place to live.
Yeah.
You know, from our own personal experiences and speaking to, you know, people that have come to the meetings, people that are looking to join in with us, we understand it can be, you know, from the outside a negative place, also from the inside, you know, it can be quite a negative place to live. under certain circumstances, which, you know, we're hoping to change as not just an organisation, but, you know, speaking to local councillors, speaking to local businesses. You know, we want to promote the good things that are going on in SCEM, but also tackle the negatives. You know, it's not about just highlighting the negatives. We all know the negatives. We all know what's going on. It's about working together to start changing them around and
looking for alternatives.
Yeah.
Looking for alternatives. I mean, you know, we don't want to get too much into the political side of things, but, you know, not just us, but everyone will have noticed, you know, over the last, you know, maybe 10, 15 years, could be, you know, maybe longer, you know, a lot of things that we're running in the town, a lot of things that we had about when we were kids, and no doubt used it, are no longer around. So we're trying to bring that back and get, as I say, the other CICs that are providing services working together, get themselves out there, and for you to be able to utilise their service. And the more that you're using the services, the more services that are going to be provided. So, you know, not to push anything on you, but, you know, utilise it, because if you're using it, more things will happen. 100%, there's no doubt about that. Excuse me. So just go on to
our why.
Our why, really. And the reason why I was entertained with the idea of getting something set up when Ben come and spoke to me was my story, which a lot of people do struggle to talk about. I'm fortunate enough to be in a position now where I can talk about my problems and talk about, you know, where I was at. For me, I was unfortunately under the addiction of alcohol and drugs, to a point where my mental health got completely out of control. I was diagnosed with bipolar back in 2013, which only extended my addiction. I was drinking more, I was taking more drugs, and yeah, it was just a violent spiral. And it got to the point where I felt like I couldn't deal with life no more, and the only way out was suicide. Fortunately, I had somebody, a really close friend of mine, come and just put support in place for me to help me, talk to me on a level where I didn't feel like I was speaking to somebody with a clipboard who was, you know, just had a qualification. You know, I was talking to someone real on a human level, and that changed my life. I'm in a position now where I'm 19 months sober from drinking drugs, and, you know, my mental health has just completely changed. You know, I'm living a completely happy life now, and it's because of structures that were put in place for me, and talking. More importantly, talking, having that conversation, and, you know, being in an environment of people who have the same issue and offering each other support has saved my life. There's no doubt about that at all. So, you know, this is, again, one of the other reasons why I like the idea of having our group meetings and like-minded people joining together to not just look for what the problems are, but look for the solutions, more importantly. You know, we all know what our own problems are. We all know what's affecting us, and we all know why we're feeling in certain ways. Well, not all. I mean, some of us aren't. Some of us need to find that reason why we're feeling the way we are. But we're here to find those, to dig deep and find those reasons, and look at ways to help you fix those problems. So yeah, that's my story. I'm sure Ben has his own.
Yeah, so mine's, you know, it's different to Mike's. Doesn't mean, you know, I've probably not been at as a low point as Mike, thankfully. But we're probably still, you know, we talk pretty much every day now for the last 3 weeks. And, you know, my sort of well-being suffered when it was when I started, you know, my family. And the pressure that comes with that, the pressure from work, the pressure of trying to get promoted within work, and trying to support your family, as well as, you know, literally trying to do everything you can because of the expectation. The expectation through media, the expectation that's put on you through, you know, your social environments, whether that's, you know, you've got to have this specific family, you've got to go and buy a house, you've got to progress in your job, earn a certain salary, buy a certain car, dress a certain way. And mine just got to a point where I sort of got to a breaking point where I didn't know where to turn. And I suffered from anxiety, I was having panic attacks. This is while I was in work, and at one point I thought I was having a heart attack. And I had to go outside and really think, do we need to phone an ambulance, just because of the anxiety that was just on me and the pressure. You know, thankfully I made some decisions that ultimately changed my life, which was to improve my happiness, which was, you know, find a job that I enjoy, do activities that I enjoy and make time for them activities. Again, I was always focused on work and putting all my time into work, which took me away from things that I actually enjoyed doing, which helped me relieve my stress and take my mind away from it. But again, you know, doing things that I enjoy, it brings me back to this group. You know, I enjoy giving something back to the community. Again, I enjoy sitting with a group of lads and having a gab, and that's what this group is. There's no pressure, there's no, you know, you have to turn up and tell everyone your problems. You know, we have quite a good laugh. We've had a good laugh making this video, haven't we, Mike? So, you know,
we might entertain you with the outtakes.
I think mine, you know, my well-being, I'm getting older, you know, I'm 36 in February, I don't look it, but I am. You know, was I having a midlife crisis? I don't know, I've never really looked into it, but all I know is, again, I felt isolated, I weren't seeing my friends as much, but on the other hand, it might be the same for them. But putting myself in certain situations where I was able to socialise, you know, get out. I like going to the gym, I like coaching the kids footy, I like playing my five-a-side, and then being able to spend time with, you know, the family has just helped me massively. It's given me the time to be able to set, you know, this group up with Mike and do a few other things in the community. So again, it's different, and everyone's well-being or everyone's reasons are going to be different, but a lot of the reasons will be the same, and people will be going through them, but just being able to talk about them and not be judged, being a, you know, a friendly, safe environment where you're not judged, just helps massively. Again, a lot of the lads that have come, some are friends of mine, some are strangers, but it hasn't felt like we're strangers because we just talk. And it's strange, it's strange because
it is.
For me, I don't shut up. And Mike has to tell me to shut up. But it is, it's you know, it's a group where you can turn up, you can be in a safe environment where it's not, you know, about alcohol or drugs or, you know, weekend sort of vibe. It's literally just a relaxing environment to have a cup of tea. We always put on a decent spread, so it's donuts, cookies, you know, there'll be sandwiches, have a nice bit of nag, and we just talk about life. And if you want to have a one-to-one, you can have a one-to-one. You know, we will be bringing down guest speakers, musicians to play a bit of music for us.
That's a good point, actually. You know, if there are any guys out there who do play, you know, sing, play, anything, we would really appreciate it if we could spend a little bit of time after our meetings to maybe put a little set on for the guys.
Yeah,
know,
just a little acoustic, yeah, a little acoustic. Yeah. I'll bring my tambourine, I'm a great tambourine.
I'll bring the spoons. And yeah, I mean, we just want it to be a laid-back vibe. We don't want, what we don't want is, and of course, you know, we've not long been doing this, and we are going to, you know, look at different ways of doing things. In our first meeting, what we did, you know, it went well. We all went out there smiling and laughing and joking. We even stood outside for like an extra 20 minutes, all gapping to each other, which is a great thing. But what we don't want to do is have it like, you know, everyone's just sat in a circle. Hi, my name's Mike. I'm an alcoholic. Or you know, we don't want it like that. We want it to be more laid back and less formal. So to break down how the meetings would go, I mean, if you don't feel comfortable about talking about your problems, that's fine. There's no pressure at all to do that. You know, listening, for me, listening is key. You know, a lot of the support groups that I go to, when I first started, I was listening to think of a response. You know, I was waiting to reply to what they were saying, whereas now I'll listen to learn. And by doing that, I've noticed that I'm not the only one going through these problems. You know, other people are going through these problems, and they're probably very similar to the way I cope and deal with things like that. So, you know, if you're coming along to the meetings, you know, your first meeting could just be a case of, you know, just listen, see what the guys have got to say, and see how you can relate to that with your problems. But yeah, so yeah, again, how the meeting would work, you know, we come in, we all introduce ourselves, and you know, we talk about something that's been good about our week, something that's been bad about our week, and get that off our chest firstly, and then yeah, just have a gab. You know, there's no formality to it. There's no you need to do it in a certain way. Just come and socialise with us in an environment that's not going to promote alcohol, that's not going to promote drugs, and that's comfortable and relaxing. So yeah, I don't know. There's a couple of other pages that if you guys are interested. If you're in the Digmore area, you've got We Love Digmore. On there, you'll see a lot of the things that are happening in your local area, a lot of the events that are going to be held, and yeah, it's a very community-based page. So yeah, have a little look at that. The All About the Town, if you don't mind having a little pop onto their Facebook page and giving it a like and share. Bev Roberts doing fantastic things. We've also got All About Ashurst. If you are from the Ashurst area, pop on there. You'll get updates about everything that's happening in your local area. And the biggest of all, what we feel, is the Skem First page. You know, you'll probably see a lot of updates on what's happening around the town, and yeah, utilise those pages, guys, because they're there for a reason. They're there to serve you. And you know, we've noticed that there are, I've done it myself, so you know, no judgment held at all, but you know, a lot of negativity and a lot of people saying what's not happening. Well, if we talk about what is happening, we forget about the what's not happening. We, rather than looking at that problem, we start looking for the solution for it, because we're thinking in a negative way. So yeah, pop onto those pages, have a little look. Don't forget the Hope House project fun weekend is the 27th to the 29th. As mentioned, the New Breed, the rapper, and also Vernon Fuller. Another thing that we have done with the Hope House project and Pastor Tony is being able to, if you are moving into a new property, or you're struggling with new furniture, or you know, you're basically struggling with some household goods, let us know. Get in touch with us, guys, and we can help you. We can offer that support. We've also made a partnership with the Evermore Hub. There's more to come about that tomorrow. We're going to be in a position where we can deliver some items, you know, sanitary items, food items, for people who are struggling or you know, are on low income. So you know, these services are there, guys. Just utilise them. If they're not being used, them services are going to go away, and the more the services that go away, the more upset, depressed and angry and resentful that we get. So use them. They're there for a reason. Yeah, I think for me I think we've covered everything.
Just one more.
Okay.
We've got Adam. So I was contacted by an old work colleague, Jen, and her brother Adam. He's going to be taking part in a white collar boxing bout. He's reached out to us. He basically wants to raise a bit of funding for us, a bit of money. So he's going to be doing a Just Giving page, and the tickets, a percentage of, I'm not sure how it works, but he's doing a bit of a fundraising for us. So our logo will go on his shorts, and he's going to be doing a Just Giving page. So we'll share that on our Facebook page and on our personal pages. Again, if you can donate something, you know, all the funds will go back into our project, whether that's tea bags, cakes, refreshments, or anything else that we can put on for the guys that are coming to the group, or whatever anyone needs. So if you see that knocking about, give that a donation, a share, a like, to show your support for them again. We're going to be meeting up with him hopefully, just to have a chat about what his reasons are, and again just to reach out and build that relationship. So big shout out to Adam. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much, Adam. And there was just something else I was going to touch upon. It's gone.
It's gone. It often does,
yeah, it does. But yeah, thanks very much for watching, guys. And if you are feeling like you want to come along to our meetings, or you're feeling a little bit, worried about taking that first step, pop us a message. Speak to me and Ben, and we'll sort something out. Whether we're also being able to utilise a specific location for one-to-ones. So if we can, get together and look at your problems, speak to you and find out what your problems are. If you're having debt problems, if you're having housing problems, benefit problems, counselling, you want to do higher education, let us know. Because the more that you let us know that you need, the more that we can help and provide those services for you. And reach out to other CICs, whether that just be based in Skem or West Lancs as a whole. We can get them working with us
for you,
basically. And again, like I say, if these services aren't being utilised, they're slowly going to dwindle away. So make the most of them.
You finished?
It's just come back into my head what I was thinking about saying before. Oh yeah, also, so there are going to be people who attend our meetings who may need that extra support. So yeah, okay, granted we can send them to the counselling service and we can, get them work support and stuff like that. But there are people who will need that extra support on a medical basis. So if there are any mental health professionals out there, or anybody in that specific job, then reach out to us, let us know. We could definitely do with your support. And again, for us being able to bring people like that on board and volunteer their time, it's only going to benefit you guys. So yeah, one massively important thing for us is in our meetings, and this is very important for everyone to know, is we say a little thing at the start of the meetings, and it's what you see here, what you hear here, when you leave here, let it stay here. And that is so important, because we don't want people to come to our meetings and think that, I can't talk about this problem because he's there, and he might go back and tell his missus, or he might go back and tell his mates, or tell one of my mates, or, it's not like that at all. It's, we're very set in our ways when it comes to everything that gets said in that room is confidential, and we don't want to say, we're going to kick people out or stuff like that, or nobody's welcome. But, if people aren't sticking by the rules, then it would be a case of, sitting down, talking to them, explaining to them why that can't happen. And if it doesn't happen again, then maybe the meetings aren't for them. But it's important to us that when you come and talk about our problems, it stays in here. Yeah. It stays in here. So yeah, again, we're going to be setting a Zoom meeting up. I'm sure we're going to be doing that for next week. Hopefully next week. So it's going to be around an hour long Zoom meeting. If you are worried about coming to the face-to-faces, pop on the Zoom. You can turn your video off so nobody sees your face. You can put a different name on there so no one knows who you are. And yeah, that just makes it a little bit more.
We want to break the stigma and the fear, and give people confidence. Men the confidence to come out and talk.
Yeah,
it's just engraved in society. It's engraved in your upbringing that you shouldn't have feelings, you shouldn't get upset. Well,
we're all human.
Yeah, it's changed. Life's changing, society's changing. So we just wanted everyone to know you can come to our group. It's open, the door's open. Yeah. Whether there's one person sat there or 100, it's going to be on every week. If it's just me and Mike sat here,
so be it.
We'll do another video like this.
And we'll still be here the following week.
Yeah, it's on every week. We're not gonna quit on this, as probably other projects have. Where you do one and no one turns up, and you think, I'm not doing that again. We're committed. We're committed to helping, and we want other people to know that we're committed and come to the meetings. That's all we. Just come down. If you don't enjoy it, go on the Zoom call the following meeting and stick with that. But we guarantee, you know, honestly, you come to this meeting, you'll enjoy it.
Even if the face-to-faces or the Zooms aren't for you, pop us a message, let us know. We can look up one-to-ones. That's not a problem at all.
Just reach out and have a chat, isn't it? Have a talk.
And as cliche as it may sound, I put it on the Facebook page a lot. As cliche as it may sound, we are all in this together. There's no doubt about that. We're all going through problems in one way or another. I don't think there's a single person on the planet who's not got a problem that they're trying to deal with now. Whether that's, you know, financial, mental, health, or, you know, physical, medical. We're all going through this, you know, and we're all going through something. And the only way I feel to deal with that is by working together. Communication is key, and which is why the meetings are set up. You know, we just need more communication. Without that, I dread to think where my life would be. But yeah, not looking at that as a negative way. If you've got any questions at all, or if there's any support that you can offer us, again, pop us a message, let us know what you can help us out with, and let us know what we can help you out with. So yeah, if you don't mind, guys, like and share our page. If you feel like there's somebody, a family member or a friend, you feel like a benefit from some of our services, or you've got a young teenage lad who's, you know, maybe just left school, going to college and is a little bit, doesn't know where they're going, give us a shout. You know, again, the forklift truck license courses, what we can offer, are incredible. They really are. There's the security badges, the CIC cards, getting the guys on site, getting them in a working environment where, you know, there's a bit of banter, there's jokes, there's laughs, you know, a bit of fun. You know, not something where you turning up to work, you know, down the dumps and you're not wanting to do your shift. We want to get people into jobs that they're going to enjoy and stuff like that. And that's to work. And if you're looking at starting your own business or something like that, we've got a service that can help with that. So yeah, I think from here, what me and Ben are going to do is continue having meetings, continue linking up and partnering with different CICs and other services in the area, as well as getting support from, hopefully, the local councillors, if we can, and just breaking down some barriers. So yeah, give our page a like and a share, guys, and we would really appreciate it. Thanks very much for joining us, and yeah.
Hopefully it'll be shorter next time. We'll do the outtakes video.
Yeah, we'll give you a laugh at the outtakes, but for now, guys, thanks very much. Keep liking, keep sharing, and keep positive. And remember, we're all in this together.